These two teams on a collision course at the tail end of the classification round. 3-game winning streaks on the line. Arellano versus Mapua to solidify their positioning in the team standings. And first crack at the basket here for Arellano. RJ Geronimo is going to be the starting point for them. Mapua quickly the other way. JC Recto draws first blood for the Cardinals.
Well, you really can't afford Mapua to get that fast break opportunity kasi apat silang tumatakbo every time they get that basketball. So it's really hard to stop them, lalo pag nakabuelo na sila.
Renzo, itong Arellano Chiefs, they're known for fast starts, especially in their 3-game winning streak. As we see Recto here get super aggressive. 2 baskets right away for JC Recto.
And the reason why they can go fast is because yung guy na naglalaro ng 4 spot sa kanila, which is JC Recto, can also handle the ball. Parang guard din siya. It's just he's playing a big role for Mapua. Kaya nakakatakbo sila ng mabilis.
Demetria knocking down the mid-range jumper for Arellano's first 2 points. Escamis. It has been an up and down season for him. Beautifully ran play. Igliane going to Concepcion. So Mapua off to a quick start here as we pass it on to our courtside reporter, Christine San Agustin. Christine, go ahead.
Today is about enjoying the game and all the experiences that got us here. Yan ang sabi ni Coach Chico Manabat when asked how they plan to face the Mapua Cardinals today. Dagdag pa ni Coach, they spent their 1-day preparation to just rest and recover holistically. Dahil more than their physicality, sinabi ni Coach that this game will really test their character with this. Coach Chico mentioned na kung ano man ang mangyari ngayong araw, ang importante isipin nila is that they need to close their last game at the eliminations on a high note as this will really ground them as they face new challenges in the quarterfinals. All for now, balik sa inyo.
Thanks, Christine. Well, that's what they're hoping for here, and that's the bigger challenge now for the Arellano Chiefs, because, you know, they just played 2 games ago. Diba? Granted na tinambakan nila yung kalaban nila as we see RJ here score underneath. They were able to rest for a day, pero hindi sila masyado naka-game plan.
Well, for Arellano, they've been playing very well. So I don't think there's any adjustments pa na kailangan for their team. Ang kailangan talaga nila is magpahinga dahil tuloy-tuloy na tong laro natin. Sunod-sunod na big games for them. Kaya I think more on mental na to yung preparation nila.
And again, they're battling the defending champions today. Oh, passes stolen. Ongotan way ahead of everybody.
Well, yung style ng both teams natin are a little bit identical, no? Talagang pag nag-turnover ka ng medyo mataas, ready na agad tumakbo yung kalaban mo.
Kaya sinasabi natin, masaya tong laban na to. Kasi parehong team natin gigil, parehong team din gustong tumakbo. Escamis from the corner. Misfires. And here comes Geronimo. T-Mac scans the floor. Stops his dribble. Valencia now has it. Basti, team captain of the Chiefs, Demetria. Couldn't make it. 2 jumpers here in the first, and here comes Mapua on a 4-on-5. Recto downhill, and he draws the foul.
And JC Recto is just a strong attacker. Talagang pag siya yung umaatake sa gitna, wala ka nang magagawa. Kung hindi foul mo na lang or try mo lang i-challenge.
Mapua is such a dangerous team as we see these highlights. T-Mac getting the touchdown in this play. Mapua is such a dangerous team if they get an aggressive JC Recto. Huh?
Of course, kasi matchup problem itong si JC Recto. Kapag 4 guy or big man ang binantay mo sa kanya, masyadong mabagal yan for him. Kapag wing naman ang binantay mo sa kanya, maliit yan para kay JC Recto. So, napakahirap hanapan ng matchup itong si JC Recto.
Yun nga lang, kailangan talaga gustuhin ni JC na pumuntos at maging aggressive sa opensa because as you mentioned, he creates a lot of mismatches. Dahil malaki siya, he's very good dribbling the basketball and he has range as well.
Well, I think for this season, both JC Recto and Clint Escamis adjusted their game a little bit, no? Kasi na-recognize nila na yung lineup nila ngayon, napaka-talented. Maraming pwedeng pumutok any given time. So, nag-adjust itong dalawang veterano nila na try na i-maximize yung lineup nila.
Yun yung sinasabi din na somebody has to give way. Diba? may kailangan mag-sacrifice, gumawa ng compromise, and they need to talk about that as a team because again, this is still a very deep and powerful lineup that Mapua has. Ernjay, Vinoya, putting it down on the floor. Timac, shot clock winding down. He needed to take it. Mapua with suffocating defense in that sequence.
And I think this is a good idea for Mapua to put Lazarte on Ongotan. Lazarte is a much bigger guy compared to Ongotan and as quick as Ongotan and as strong as Ongotan as well. So this is a tough matchup for Ongotan, but we all know Timac Ongotan is such a creative shooter. So tignan natin kung anong gagawin niya against Lazarte.
Yeah. But that's not a bad idea. If you're Mapua, especially on the half court, put a bigger body and a taller player on Timac Ongotan. And a foul against the Arellano Chiefs, only their second team foul. And Clint Escamis, again, got his season high. Nasundutan ni Geronimo. Escamis recovers. Recto. Concepcion. Easy lay underneath.
And that's what happens kapag kay JC Recto yung bola. Sobrang daming pwedeng mangyari. Sobrang daming options ng Mapua when they go to JC Recto, or at least involve them in their offense.
Oh, well-contested shot. Late whistle, though. Lazarte will be called for the foul on the three-point attempt. Look at this poke. Kanda na sana. Na-recover ni Clint. And then Recto went ahead to Concepcion, who showed us patience in the paint.
Veterano na rin kasi talaga itong Mapua squad na to. So all of them can score, but all of them are willing passers as well.
That's right. This is Timac Ongotan in a bit of a zone, his own zone in the last 3 games. So 3-game winning streak. No surprises na si Timac din maganda yung pinapakita niya doon. 24 points, 22 points, 25 points in his last 3 games.
And this is something na hindi mo pwedeng ibigay kay Timac Ongotan yung mga foul on a jumper like that, yung free throws. Kasi masyadong madali yan for Timac Ongotan. Yun yung may challenge, yung may resistance. Kayang-kaya niyang gawa ng paraan Paano pa itong mga libreng tira na to?
And you're allowing him to get into his rhythm. Diba? Makuha yung shooting niya. So, 8 to 10, 2 out of 3 for Timac. Over 4 minutes going by in the first quarter. Escamis against Demetria. He's got the big guy on him. Escamis left it short. Concepcion collects the board. Second chance for Mapua. Recto. Uy! Tinamaan si Concepcion. Escamis back outside. Ilalapit ng Recto. Natapikan. But there's a foul on the floor.
And itong Mapua, napakaganda mag-execute on offense. So hindi mo sila pwede bigyan ng multiple chances. Kapag tumira sila, you really have to find a man to box out para hindi na sila magkaroon ng isa pang chance.
That's right. Yun ang i-instruct niya ito ni Coach Chico Manabat in this timeout. Mapua ahead by 2. The Mac attack. Timac Ongotan in his last 3 games is just on a different level. At against the LPU Pirates, he was the one who led the way. He had a double-double in that game. Ito si Timac, has transformed himself into a superstar in the NCAA.
Well, one of the big reasons why itong Arellano still has a chance for that number 2 spot itong si Timac Ongotan against LPU. 24 points against the number 1 team in their group. Perpetual 22 points, and against San Sebastian Golden Stags last game with 25 points.
Look at the numbers here for Timac. Big numbers. Kaya hindi coincidence na ganito yung tinatakbo ng Arellano Chiefs And in the first quarter so far, he has 4 points. He is finding ways to score points for his team, despite the defense thrown at him early on here.
You're right. No, that's the reason why merong isang tao na naka-assign lang for Team Ongotan, which is Lazarte. And I'm sure meron pang mga 2 guys dyan sa bench ni Coach Randy na if ever magkaroon ng problema si Lazarte, ready to guard itong si Team Ongotan.
Marami pa. May isa pa, may Nitura pa off the bench that can guard bigger players and quicker players as well. Valencia is pushing it. Ooh, Lazarte is stealing it. So back the other way we go. JC. Bounce pass. And Concepcion draws the foul on Team Ongotan.
And that's another way to stop Ongotan from doing damage on you. No? Talagang atakihin mo siya on defense. And that time, si Yam Concepcion, very patient, getting that first foul by Team Ongotan.
Concepcion has done that twice now here in the first quarter. Pinakagat yung depensa. Tapos nakakuha na ng contact. Hernal Libang off the bench. And is it Renzo Abiera? Yeah, he's in the game. So Jeronimo Demetria, Valencia, upo muna para dito sa Arellano Chiefs.
And that's a quick sub for Coach Chico kasi nga alam niya kung gaano kabilis and gaano ka-action itong laro na to.
And usually, ang diskarte ni Coach Chico, papasok niya si Renzo, lalabas niya si Timac. Dito, maintain si Timac. Sabay sila.
Well, I think kasi dun sa coverage ng Mapua against Team Ongotan, magiging mas maluwag to for Renzo Abiera to create scoring opportunities for Arellano.
Of course, Abiera has had a rough last few games for the Chiefs, so he wants to get it going here. This is Hernal scoring inside.
And this is one guy na pwede mong i-match up against JC Recto. He's a little bit smaller than JC, pero yung katawan nito ni Hernal and yung willingness niya to chase for those basketball, talagang napakataas and kayang-kayang i-match up yung kay Recto.
Yeah. Lato rin athleticism nito. Yuan Kamay, oof. Renzo wasn't there anymore. So, bakang bola dito sa Mapua Cardinals. Look at this. Ito, Libang to Hernal. That's big to big. Communicating and connecting with each other.
And that's a great read for Hernal. Recognizing na itong si Recto. Pinede na yung passing lane sa kanya. So seal up talaga yung counter doon. And that time, good pass for Libang.
And this is the big change now for the Arellano Chiefs. Here in the home stretch of our eliminations or classification round. Dahil ang sentro nila nung first few games nila ay si CJ Libang as Nitura misses at the rim. Now, they have the combination, because Demetria is playing well, they have the combination of Libang and Hernal off the bench as part of the second unit.
Well, yun nga yung malaking bagay for Coach Chico. No? Si Demetria starting off really well earlier, made the jumper. Kaya pwedeng mag-off the bench itong mga hustle guys ni Coach Chico.
10-11 here in the first. New faces for the Mapua Cardinals this time. Nitura and Sai Cuenco now in the ball game. Ito na, papasok na rin. Cyril Gonzalez at EJ Sapasap. So both teams making substitutions already. Second unit now inside. Drex de los Reyes, the big boy, coming in for Andre Igliane. And now, look at the length of Mapua, Renzo.
2 free throws for Cyprus.
They put in 2-point guards in Sai Cuenco and Cyril Gonzalez, but you have EJ Sapasap, Sai Nitura, and Drex de los Reyes na napakalaki, napakahaba, and yung hustle, hindi matatawaran. So this is gonna be interesting for Mapua.
Although for the Chiefs, they can play their fast game more comfortably now. Kasi Drex is fast. Drex can run, but not at the pace that Arellano wants to play.
And that's the reason why we said na magiging exciting itong laro na to. Kasi halos pareho ng style, halos pareho ng lineup. It just depends on their coaches kung paano lalaruin yung lineup na yun and yung style na yun.
Hernal misses, pulled down by De Los Reyes. Niyapos yung bola. This is Sapasap. Had 11 points in the previous contest. And that win against San Sebastian. Cuenco, 12 on a 24. Bounce pass. Inangat kay Reyes. De Los Reyes scores underneath.
And that's a great way to break that zone of Arellano. Just move the ball around, wait for the defense to move out of their area, and then just look at Drex De Los Reyes in the middle.
Nobody else reaching for the ball. Abiera misfires. Rebound is tracked down by Kamay. Ganda nung interference ni Cuenco. Gonzalez scores!
And again, if you turn the ball over against the Mapua Cardinals, you have to be ready to run back on defense.
And in the early goings, here in the first quarter, Mapua looks like a well-oiled machine. Diba? Parang solid na solid yung galawan nila dito as a unit. And here, there's a leak out. There's a leak out. Gonzalez with yet another layup.
And again, yung defense kasi ng Mapua, they have so much confidence in Drex De Los Reyes na kahit may isang guy na mag-leak out, which is that time si Cyril Gonzalez, alam nila na masesecure nila yung bola eh.
That's right. This is now the biggest advantage for the Mapua Cardinals. Borromeo scoops, no hoop. Hernal blocked. Good D by Sapasap. Agawan ng bola. Mapua will have it. Two players coming in now for Arellano as we see this play. De Los Reyes. That's too easy for Mr. Drex De Los Reyes. And Mapua with some early domination here. 18-10. Balik sa ating laban, EJ Sapasap had 11 points against San Sebastian. And more importantly, Renzo, siya yung nagpakita bandang dulo against Baste.
And again, that big shot by EJ Sapasap in the crucial moment of that game. Of course, with 11 points, 5 assists, 2 steals in just 21 minutes. But he was one of those guys who defended itong si Juniel de la Rama. Kaya na-contain nila ng maayos nung first half. Nakakuha sila ng malaking lead. So yung run nung Baste nung second half, hindi na masyadong nakasakit para sa Mapua.
And just a rookie. Itong si EJ Sapasap, rookie from Tarlac. But he has shown his wares here in the collegiate ranks, and he has shown that he belongs in this league. Ito siya, nagbababa ng bola para sa Mapua Cardinals. Andrew Kabutahe now in the ball game alongside MJ Langit for the Chiefs. Gonzalez has the basketball. Cyril lost it. Libang. Hail Mary. But it stays with Arellano.
And great recovery for Mapua that time. Nag-turnover itong si Cyril Gonzalez, but Netura and Cuenco were already on the defensive end of the court. Kaya na-deflect nila yung fast break na yun.
Yun yung kagandahan sa Mapua this quarter. They're defending the transition very well. That's the opposite of what Arellano's doing so far. Borromeo, Libang on the roll.
That's a great attack by Borromeo, and that drop off to Libang at the last second. Talagang pinakomit lang si Drex De Los Reyes, and then yung drop pass kaya late na si Drex De Los Reyes for that layup of Libang.
Much needed for Libang. Durado yung Hernal. Let's see, Borromeo feeding his big guy. CJ Libang scores at the rim. 18-12 is our tally. That ends the mini run of Mapua, which stretched out to 7 straight points as Gonzalez could not put it in. Langit now. Libang, almost the same move. This time went high off the glass and in.
Back-to-back layups for CJ Libang. So he is really loving the matchup against Drex de los Reyes. He knows he's much quicker than Drex de los Reyes.
Sa pass-up, De Los Reyes bumawi sa kabila. Sabi niya, mas mabilis si Libang, pero mas matangkad ako.
Then itong si EJ sa pass-up, halos kapareho ng laro ni JC Recto. Pero sa pass-up medyo mas gwardiya yung mindset niya, yung skill set niya.
Yeah. Precisely. Oof. Too aggressive was Cyril Gonzalez there. Ito, tama ka. Inaatake niya itong si Drex. But on this time, sa pass-up, setting up De Los Reyes, pinabawi yung sentro niya.
That's a great setup from EJ sa pass-up. Hindi mo talaga siya pwedeng i-pressure ng mataas kasi kayang-kaya niyang kumawala doon sa pressure and kaya niyang mag-create for his teammates.
9.2 remaining here in the first. Final shot time for Arellano. Borromeo, no. Borromeo or... Yeah, Arellano could not secure it and take another shot. So that's how we will end the first 10 minutes of action. Up and down we went in the first frame. But Mapua ending it with a 6-point advantage, 20-14. Welcome back to the coverage. Sir Frank Lucy Jr. of Perpetual is here at the VIP box. And Dr.
Dr. Alan Paul Laico, PhD. Again, paulit-ulit ang sinasabi, bossing ng bawat pirata sa NCAA.
The Boss Pirate. That's what they call him in LPU. Sir Melchor Divina, the chairman of the NCAA Season 101 Management Committee. Of course, Mapua University is the host for Season 101. Meantime, we continue with the second quarter. And that's a good start for Arellano. Set up by Ongotan to Hernal.
And that's what Timeout should do, especially in this game, that he's gonna be heavily covered. He has to keep attacking that basket, pero kailangan niyang hanapin yung mga teammates niya. Just like that.
Hernal scoring underneath. Renzo, what was the key for Mapua in that first quarter? Kaya abante sila doon.
Well, for Mapua, they had 9 assists in that quarter and turned the ball over only 3 times. Kaya kaya sila yung mas maraming good shots, sila yung mas maraming possessions, and they forced Arellano to 6 turnovers. Kaya sila yung may hawak ng kalamangan nung natapos yung first quarter.
And you saw it also in their body language. You know, this is looking like a different team, a team that's ready to make a push once again for the championship. Oh, De Los Reyes got denied. They send it back out. Netura. Gonzalez got it. Passion by Cyril Gonzalez. As we go back to our courtside reporter, here's Christine. San Agustin, Christine.
Thank you, Martin. During the huddle, Coach Randy Alcantara reiterated how this game is a battle of effort and energy. And as he mentioned, na hindi biro ang effort na ipinakita ng kalaban, especially during their last games. At hindi daw porket sila ay lumalamang ay hindi na sila mababawian. With this, Coach Randy challenged the Cardinals na hindi lang basta tapatan, kundi lamangan ng efforts na ito dahil ika nga ni Coach, it's not a walk in the park trying to outgame a team that's at their peak unless you show them that you're always on that level. All for now, Martin and Renzo.
Thanks, Christine. Usually against Arellano, that's easier said than done. But Mapua has done a fantastic job so far in outworking Arellano in the first half.
Well, yung game ng Mapua against San Sebastian last game, that was a character-building game for them. Kasi they were up by I think 16 or they were up big during the first half. And then San Sebastian made a run. And yun nga, they were able to secure that win despite that big run of San Sebastian na nag-overtime pa. So malaking bagay yun for them. In games like that would wake you up.
It was a win. But yun yung panalo na sabi mo, character building and a learning experience for the Mapua Cardinals, and they're looking like a more cohesive team. At least so far, that's what we've been seeing as Cuenco commits the foul. So Cuenco is actually another guy that's been a missing link for Mapua, and it was also the keys to their championship a season ago as Timeout finds the bottom of the net on the three.
And that's what Timac Ongote needs. He just needs a little space, just enough time for him to calculate his shot, and wala na. Sure na yan para kay Timac.
Timac has 7 in the first half. Stolen away. Timac is ahead. Gonzalez preventing the transition play. Ongota, and that rims out. De Los Reyes secures the rebound. Drex is draped by 2 Arellano players. Nitura. And Gonzalez restores order. Cyril floats it up and in.
And this is one guy na hindi mawawala ng kumpiyansa. Even if he missed a shot, mag-turnover siya, next possession, atakihin ka lang ulit ni Cyril Gonzalez.
That's why they brought him back dito sa Mapua as Libang. He's been playing very well here in the first half. Ang ganda lagi nung posisyon sa ilalim ng Libang.
Well, I think ito si Libang nung pahinga nila, pinanood si Drex de Los Reyes, no? Para alam niya kung paano ka-counterin, and he's doing a great job so far.
Meantime, there is an exchange of baskets here between Ongotan and Cyril Gonzalez. That's good scouting by CJ Libang kasi alam niya talaga ang makakatapat niya sa second unit si Drex, ano?
Oh, in-expect niya rin yun, and that's just great for Libang, no, to take that initiative na scout yung makakatapat niya.
And this is the downside of playing physical. 3 team fouls already for the Mapua Cardinals. Langit blowing by Escamis. Scoop, no. And Recto secures it. Clint Escamis back in the fold for Mapua, had 14 previously. Igliane back to Escamis. Clint. Netura had time. Hernal secures the basketball.
And that's a great adjustment on the defensive end of Arellano, going for that 2-3 zone. Kasi dinidare talaga nila yung shooters ng Mapua na wala namang kasing spot-up shooter talaga itong Mapua.
Yeah. Valencia nagmintis din sa kabila. Ito si Recto. Gonzalez floats it up to Igliane behind the back pass. It's back outside. 8 to shoot. That one hit. An Arellano player on the foot. Concepcion, balik sa ating laban. Upo muna si Nitura. Cuenco rin, babalik. Papalitan naman si Cyril Gonzalez as we see this play.
14 seconds on the shot.
And MJ Lamit is task to guard Escamis as Recto gets denied. That's Ongotan with the recovery. Valencia stops. He'll pull back and wait. T-Mac calling the shots. Vinoya, tahimik pa sa ating laban. Oof. Cuenco with good hands to strip it off Mavi Vinoya as we go to another timeout. It's been a sticky game, but Mapua stays ahead. O, diba? Nagbabalik yung Cardinals headgear sa ating tropa cam dito. You know, I gotta get one of those. Cute. And whole crew is here. They know what's at stake in this Friday game day in the NCAA. And we thank you for watching our coverage here in San Juan. Sino kaya si Bohorst? Ayun ang jersey yun. Ayun yung pangalan niya. The fans of the Mapua Cardinals in attendance. Kayo din po ang Arellano. (25-19). And this is the play after the timeout for the Chiefs. 3-2 to shoot. Vinoya ran out of clock. Not what they wanted, especially after the timeout, Renzo.
And again, great defensive stand on Mapua kasi napakaganda talaga ng coverage nila. Even on those ball screens, they're blitzing T-Mac, Ongotan. Kaya that time naubusan na ng oras itong Arellano.
Again, Mapua has played good D here in the first half, forcing Arellano to just 38% shooting. But they threw it away in the succeeding possession.
Well, actually, both teams really adjusted well on the defensive end. Kasi nakita natin yung first quarter, 20 points for Mapua, 14 points for Arellano. Pero this time, approaching the midway mark of our second quarter, 5 points pa lang.
That's true.
Both teams.
Slow start for both teams. Again, defense locking in already. Bad miss by Valencia. At ito na ang Mapua Cardinals. Recto. Saw the lane, natapikan, outlet pass. T-Mac is on a foot race. T-Mac will send it outside. Ongotan attacks. Clint stripping it away. That's great recovery by Escamis.
That's how much they respect itong si T-Mac Ongotan. No? After that breakdown against Clint Escamis, nandun naman si Yam Concepcion for the help. And nung nag-fumble, nandun naman si Cuenco to strip that ball away from T-Mac.
Multiple defenders teaming up to stop Ongotan there. Concepcion, Recto, Igliane, no. Both teams having a rough outing on the offensive end here in the second. Both teams shooting 2 out of 7 from the field so far. Valencia lost it, and the Chiefs commit the turnover.
And that's the 8th turnover of the Arellano Chiefs. So Mapua has been playing great defense hanggang ngayon na second quarter natin. So they're really covering those ball screens very well.
Cuenco, mid-range jumper is good for Sai Cuenco.
And I think that's the shot na makukuha ng mga guards ng Mapua. No? Yun yung gine-give up ng Arellano, that mid-range. Kasi they're covering the three-pointer, they're covering the drives as well. So ma-open talaga yung mid-range.
First 2 points for Sai Cuenco. Lazarte is hurt as we see this jumper by Cyrus Cuenco. Oh, nakikita natin dito. Ivan Lazarte holding on to his right hand.
18 seconds on that shot clock.
Maybe it's a displaced or dislocated finger as we see the action here. He was trying to stop RJ Geronimo. And I saw one of the coaches pop it back in.
Anthony Bonaveo giving it for the Chiefs.
And that's something we don't want to see. And hope Lazarte is okay. And he's been playing very well. So sana for Mapua makabalik siya.
Siya yung designated defender nila. Yun, tinago agad niya sa ilalim ng jersey. Designated defender nila yan para kay Timac Umutan. Geronimo, Timac, drop off. There's a foul. So 2 shots coming up for Anthony Borromeo.
And that's the right decision for Timac Ongotan. Talagang ipakommit niya yung defenders kasi magko-commit talaga sa kanya. Mapua, they're gonna send 2 guys pa nga for Timac Ongotan. So he really has to look for his
All
teammates.
players, please proceed to the shooting area in front of your respective benches.
May re-review tayo dito. So, referee Aaron Cañete and Ricord Buaron checking out what happened. Of course, also Glenn Cornelio is at midcourt. Our referee number 79. Ano nangyari dito? Ano natin? Ito yung drop-off eh. Open yung Borromeo.
So I think they're trying to review if yung foul ni Cuenco, if he was going for the ball kasi tinamaan yung ulo ni Borromeo sa play na yun.
Foul was graded to a sportsmanlike foul, criteria 2 on number 10, 7 Cuenco.
So Cuenco is now going to be called for the unsportsmanlike foul. So they upgraded it. And this will be 2 shots for Anthony Borromeo plus a bonus possession for the Chiefs.
Well, all our officials have been really consistent with that call na anything above the shoulder, talagang ina-upgrade nila eh. And that time, I'm sure Sai Cuenco was going for the ball pero maaga kasing na-release ni Borromeo eh. Kaya yung ulo yung tinamaan.
Yeah. So Borromeo, empty trip from the line. Again,
14 seconds on the
these
shot.
misses will hurt when they look at the stat sheet after the game.
Of course, kasi alam naman natin na this is gonna be a close one, this is gonna be a tight one. So yung free throws na yan, yung mga freebies na yan, kailangan talaga nilang makuha yan.
Borromeo, 6 to shoot. RJ from mid-range, short. And that's a pass-up securing the rebound. Ito na si Concepcion. Concepcion feeding Egliane. Made Ongotan commit. And Egliane will take 2. Hard fall for Timac Ongotan. But Yam Concepcion driving it and then dishing to his center, Andre Egliane.
And that's the second foul of Timac Ongotan. So they're making it hard for Ongotan dun sa opensa niya. Talagang kino-cover nila ng maayos. And on the other end, they're attacking him. They're making him commit fouls. So far, maganda yung ginagawa ng Mapua against Timac Ongotan.
That's right. Now we'll hear an injury report mula sa ating courtside reporter. Okay, we'll get to that in just a little bit. But it's a 10-point lead. Right now for Mapua, their biggest of the game. Egliane going perfect from the free throw line. Abiera is back in the game. Ongotan has it. Timac hounded by Clint. Sending it out. RJ pulls the trigger. Nothing there. Ongotan with the offensive board. Extra pass. Buenaventura. Wala pa rin. Hernal gets another crack at it. Geronimo. Pump fake. Abiera for 3. And 3 misses for the Arellano Chiefs.
Those are actually good shots for the Arellano Chiefs as they recover that basketball. Pero yun nga maganda yung defense ng Mapua pero nakukuha pa rin naman ng Arellano yung shots na gusto nila.
Oh! Buenaventura releasing and making from the outside.
Well, if it's open, you have to take it. Buenaventura not really their best three-point shooter but that time he was wide open so tinira niya, pumasok for Arellano.
That's a shot for Buenaventura. That's only his, that's his first three-point take and make as Sabasab slashes and finishes with the left hand. Mapua countering each punch here in the first half. They're still ahead by 9. Balik sa ating coverage, and here's the injury update from Christine San Agustin. Christine?
That's right, Martin and Renzo. An update on Ivan Lazarte. Nakausap ko ang team PT ng Mapua Cardinals na si Sir Kevin Olito-Quit. At ang sabi niya, so far wala namang nakikitang bale sa right index finger ni Ivan. Pero for now, nilagyan nila ng isononidapine and applied tape for stability. So hopefully he can still play for the rest of the game. For now, he'll take some time to rest. And for now, balik sa inyo guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Christine. Ito yung nangyari kay Ivan Lazarte. Again, while defending, RJ Geronimo dislocated his finger, his index finger, and they just popped it back in.
Well, we can see in his face kung gaano kasakit yung nangyari sa kanya. But again, this is a tough guy, so I'm sure kung siya yung papapiliin, babalik to sa laro na to. And I hope he's okay.
He was standing up, during the timeout, but I'm seeing him hold on to his right hand, so talagang iniinda pa rin niya. Meantime, back to the action we go. Ongotan, that's a good contest by Clint, and they force the stop. Gonzalez fouled, and the Chiefs will commit their third team foul on the attacking Cyril Gonzalez. Buenaventura. Yeah, just bumping into Cyril there.
That was a bailout foul because Cyril Gonzalez had nowhere to go in that play. Bumangga lang kay Buenaventura. And for Arellano, I think every after possession nila sa offense, kailangan balik na lang talaga sila on defense kasi ready agad tumakbo yung Mapua and they're gambling on those on those deflections.
That's right. Oh, another miss for Mapua. RJ is ahead, and this will be an unsportsmanlike foul as Clint was trying to prevent the fast break.
And that's very impressive coming from a big guy na pagka-rebound, tingin agad dun sa forward pass. Hindi lahat ng big man kaya yan, but that's a great job for Buenaventura and that's a great recognition for Geronimo as well na alam niya masesecure na yung bola eh. That's why he went for that leak out and nakakuha pa siya ng unsportsmanlike against Clint Escamis.
But Arellano is just unable to take advantage of the freebies. It's another miss from the free throw line. RJ splits the free throws. And they'll have the bonus possession. I see Kalangan coming in for the first time to replace Escanes. Part of that Perpetual Junior Altos team that won the championship in the juniors division a season ago. Timeout. Ongotan, ganda nung sundot ng Gonzalez. Sa pass-up gets it. EJ goes all the way.
And I believe Cy Gonzalez is one of those guys na kayang-kayang tapatan nito si Timac Ongotan even without a help defender.
Yeah.
Kasi napakagaling bumantay nito ng on ball. Talking about Cyril Gonzalez.
That's such a tough on-ball defender. You mentioned also one of the top steals guys in the league. Gonzalez is actually the top, averaging 2.08 steals per game. Abiera going sideways, no. Hernal. There's a foul first. But Mapua is already in the penalty, so this will mean shots for Hernal as Gonzalez nakatahound on Ongotan. And EJ Sapasap got the job done on the other side.
Well, they're just ready to run, talking about the Mapua Cardinals. So, hindi ka pwedeng magkamali masyado eh. And that's another miss from the free throw line para dito kay Hernal.
Imagine this Mapua team has two guys, Clint Escamis, Cyril Gonzalez, who are excellent on-the-ball defenders and steal specialists as well.
And they're also the ones creating for Mapua. So imagine pagkakuha nila ng steal, meron na agad playmaker eh. Hawak na agad ng playmaker mo yung bola. So meron agad pwedeng mangyari.
That's true. Two of their best scorers as well. Hernal with 4 points now in the game. The lead is 10. That's the last foul to give for Arellano before they enter the penalty. Lazarte is back in the game. So he'll brave this one out. He sustained a hand injury earlier, moments ago. He's come back to play the final few seconds of the second frame. Gonzalez codes it up. No. Arellano has enough time here. Abiera. Geronimo finishes on the break. Beautifully ran by the Arellano Chiefs to end the first half. That's an important basket because that trims down Mapua's lead to a single digit. 8 points, 33-25. We'll tell you the story of the first half via the numbers and the highlights and some performances